Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss about one of the easiest technical indicator called pivot point. Why I call it as easy? Because it is very easy to understand and it is very easy to read on the chart. So without wasting time, let us discuss about this indicator. So what is a pivot point? Pivot point is a technical analysis indicator used to determine the overall trend of the market over different time frames. So this can be used for a shorter time frame, say 15 minutes or less for intraday trading, and for higher time frame, say hourly or a daily chart for positional or swing trading. These are calculated based on the previous high, low, and close of the previous sessions. They are used to predict the support and resistance levels in the current as well as the upcoming session. These levels can be used by the traders to determine the entry and exit points. What are the use of pivot point? So in general, if the price of an asset is trading above the pivot point, it is considered as bullish. Similarly, if the price of an asset is trading below its pivot point, it is considered as bearish. Normally, pivot points includes additional levels also, like the supports and resistance. Say two supports and two resistances, like S1, S2 and R1, R2. We can also calculate more supports and resistance levels, say S3 and R3, etc. But in general, statistics shows that the price movement normally will not go beyond S2 or R2 in 95% of the cases. So normally most of the traders use only these four levels. Okay, so supports and resistance may cause reversals, but they also be used to confirm the trend. For example, if the price is falling and moves below S1, it helps to confirm the downtrend and indicates a possible continuation to S2. How the pivot points are calculated? So the formula for calculating the pivot point is the previous high plus previous low plus previous close divided by 3. Let us see on chart how it looks. So I'm using Zerodha platform and I have already plotted the pivot point on the chart. This is the chart for L&T for a time duration of 15 minutes. So here in the center you can see the black color line, which is called pivot point. On top you will find resistance 192. This is R1, and if you go up there will be R2 also. Similarly, if you go down you will find the green color line, which is called support 1. Below there will be S2 also. Now the formula for calculating the pivot point, as if you want to calculate the pivot point to this particular day, you have to see the high, low and close of the previous day. So if you take the previous day high is around, say, 941. I'm rounding it up. So 941 plus the low for that particular day was 910, say 911, plus the closing price was around 921. So divided by 3. So this should give around 924 should be the pivot point for that particular day. If you see this, the pivot point is exactly 924. So this is the way pivot point is calculated. And you can also calculate the support 1, support 2 and R1 and R2 levels. The formula for, so you can calculate the similar way the S1, S2, R1, R2 levels on the chart. But one thing you have to remember that if I increase the time frame from 15 minutes to larger time frame, say 1 hour, then the pivot point will be static for a period of 1 week. You can see here the pivot point is static for a period of 1 week. In this case, the pivot point is calculated based on the previous high, low, close of the previous week, not the day. Similarly, if I increase the time frame to 1 day, then what will happen is that the pivot point and associated supports and resistance will be static for a period of 1 month. So in this case, how it is calculated? It will be calculated, the pivot will be calculated based on the high, low, close of the previous month. So what do pivot points tell you? So unlike moving averages, they are static. That is what I shown you in the chart. Pivot point will be a static. If you are using a shorter time frame, it will be static throughout the day. Unlike moving averages means it will be keep on changing based on the price movement. Okay, trading strategies. There are two normally followed trading strategies following pivot point. One is pivot point breakout trading. That is, enter a trade and the price breaks through the pivot point. It may be long or it may be short. You should hold your pivot point breakout trade at least until the price action reaches the next pivot level. The other trading is pivot point bounce trading. If the stock is testing pivot line from upper side and bounces upwards, then you may consider buying that stock. If the price is testing the pivot line from the lower side and bounces downwards, then you should short that security. You always keep stop loss while trading with this strategy. So what are the common mistakes traders used to do while using this pivot point? The first one is that looking only at the current day's pivot. As I told you, when you change the time frame to larger time frame, pivot points and associated supports and resistance will change. So when you are trading on a intraday, you should always look on higher time frame to see where the pivot point and supports and resistance. And the other thing is that when there is a gap up or gap down above R2 or below S2, don't trade only based on pivot point, because as I told earlier, the chances of reaching to R3 or S3 are very less. The third one is that keeping stop loss exactly at the support and resistance. You should slightly keep it below or above the support and resistance level, the stop losses. And the greed, this is the biggest enemy for any trader. So not exiting at pivot level may lead to the trade may go wrong. So we will see in the chart again, on this particular day, you can see the it opened below the pivot level, but once it is crossed the pivot level, it has reached the resistance 1, and again it bounced back and it again hit the pivot. Once it is crossed the pivot, it started coming down, but it has not hit the support zone. And if you consider the previous day, it opened above the pivot, and the moment it crossed the pivot, it has reached support 1 zone. Then it took the support at this level, bounced back and hit the pivot point. Again it came back and hit the support 1. Once the support 1 is broken, it has hit the support 2 also. So this is the way you can use pivot breakout as well as the bounce back. Let us see on a higher time frame whether this top follows the pivot point or not. So we will use, for this particular week, it opened below pivot point, but see, it just touches the pivot point. If you keep the stop loss exactly at pivot point, it must have hit. But once the movement started again, it has hit the S1. Once S1 is broken, it hit S2 also. S2 it took support. Again, it came back to S1 level. It could not sustain. Again, fall back. It hit S2. Again, it took support as S2. It hit S1. So, in general, you can see most of the cases it will follow, but it is not necessary that always it will follow. You should always use some other technical indicator also to trade with pivot point. Don't depend only on pivot point for trading. If the other technical indicator also gives buy, then if pivot point also support that decision, then you can go for long. Similarly, if your other technical indicator signal sell and pivot point also support that decision, then go for shorting. Never ever trade only with pivot point strategy. So what is the conclusion? Pivot points are great way to identify the areas of supports and resistance, but they work best when combined with the other kind of technical analysis. It is a simple calculation. It works for some traders. Others may not find it as useful. There is no assurance that price will stop or reverse or even reach the levels created on the chart. So as I told earlier, always use some other technical indicator also with pivot point. Then the chances of winnings are much high. So I hope some of you must have found this as useful. So see you next time with some other video. Thank you all.